tell us your just overall impression of working with the program.
Students, for the most part, when they hear they're going to be working with video game technology, things of that nature, they're really intrigued, and they're pretty familiar with the actual programs, and they sometimes are, it's more easier for them to work with than the actual teachers that are trying to instruct them. They feel very comfortable not only working with the program, but also being outside the classroom setting and being able to explore and learn.
I'd have to agree with all of that. Also, what's nice is that the students are able to teach us things about the program that they've experienced. Just like today, we had a student who found a secret passageway down in the pyramids, and he was really excited to show me that. I think it gives the kids a nice chance to take that teacher role versus the student role and teach us stuff. So it's nice. They're very familiar with the Sims game, so it's very similar to that. They can pick up walking around anything with the mouse and the keyboard. They can do very easily. As for them being the technology age, it definitely shows, and they can use that. And the game is, or the world's just very cool for them.
Yeah, and it's very user-friendly too. Really, all you need is a keyboard and a mouse, and the students, it's only 3 or 4 buttons for the most part, and they can pretty much go anywhere and access anything, and it's very easy for students to jump right into if they haven't had the basic training from the teachers to just maneuver and navigate. It's also very, very engaging. The students really they get a lot of pleasure and satisfaction out of being able to again learn on their own and explore something that they may have seen on TV or in a video, such as Anne Frank's home or read from a book. This brings it to life, and I think that's very important, especially when
it's interesting that it took us 3 days of training to really get a good grasp on the worlds, where I still don't feel totally comfortable, where I know where everything is, where it took the students maybe a half an hour. So that was the most impressive thing that we've gotten out of it.
Yeah, they thoroughly enjoy being able to explore not only Anne Frank's house, but also the castle, and this program, the Island of Enlightenment, is growing leaps and bounds. Almost every day something new is being added or created, either by the students or by Mr. Wheelock, and it's amazing that it's endless. This program is just going to continue to expand, and more ideas that are going to be related to education are just going to be able to be implemented. And I don't see an end in sight. I think this new form of technology is not only here to stay, but I think it has a role in education, and I think it's going to have a powerful role in history, in social studies classes.
It's about time they have something like this for students that they can learn this way, where a lot of our students learn visually more than reading a text and doing guided questions. They're actually involved in Anne Frank's house, in the annex. They're seeing how small the rooms were, and when they add the assignments into it, they realize when they're supposed to go through and find all the food that they're supposed to list that they have, they realize how much they didn't have. So that's regarding the Anne Frank. But then the medieval world, my students show me something new every single class that something was built, where they can find it so fast, but they have to teleport me there because I can't figure out how they got there. And then there's the space world, where they found the planets and the asteroids, and they just think everything's really cool, and they're just very surprised. And whenever they come in, they're always like, "Oh, I found something else," and then they want to show you. So it's pretty neat for them.
And the students being able to build and actually leave a piece of their experience or their knowledge in the program, so they can come back and revisit it in a week, in a month, in a year, and it's still going to be there. I think it's very, I think it's a good motivator for students who, again, they want to see that they're leaving their imprint when they're in history class. We talk about individuals that have left imprints in history, and now they actually get to leave one in this program, whether it's a PowerPoint presentation, whether it's a remembrance candle. Their footprints stay with this program, which is not something you can say with a lot of the teaching tools that we have nowadays.